Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Jake here and welcome back to another Pokemon Go video. And in today's video, you guys, we're going to be going over some of my initial Jungle Cup battles versus my Ultra friend Eloisa. I hope you battlers enjoy this initial Jungle Cup testing, I should say. Okay, because we're going to be testing a lot of the potential top meta Pokemon picks for the Jungle Cup. Lots of things like Meganium, Fortress, Vigoroth. We're not going to be testing the Flyers just yet in this cup because I do not have Hoot saved, so I gotta make sure to go find those. And yeah, I used to be a transfer back in the day because I used to struggle on Pokemon storage space and box space, and that's why I don't have any like Pidgeots or Noctowls ready to go here. So yeah, that's just the struggle of being someone who likes to have some Pokemon box space, I guess, right? Come on, Niantic, please give us some more space. I need it, as well as friend code spots, guys, because I'm sorry if you guys comment in my videos asking me for friend space. I'm pretty much maxed out now, and I'm going to have a lot of trouble trying to find people to remove. So I'm sorry that I may not be able to add everyone, but just know if we had those 200 extra friend spaces, I would add you guys immediately. But anyways, enough of that small little rant. Sorry for going off topic there. We're gonna get into these Jungle Cup battles. If you guys are new or if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe, smash that like button, and comment down below #battlers and what you guys like about this cup. So let's get right into these battles. Alright, so again, we are up against Eloisa, and here we open with Vigoroth, and he opens with Noctowl. So Vigoroth, I believe, wins this matchup because of the counter being neutral, because Noctowl is also part normal, part flying, so that makes the matchup very neutral. But we do have that Body Slam over Noctowl's Sky Attack, and because Body Slam is very spammy, it will be able to beat out Noctowl. Although we are going to have to shield this first Sky Attack, but that's okay. We charge a bunch of extra energy. He still has a shield advantage, but remember, guys, we have that Body Slam spam, and he brings in a Vigoroth. So here, that I made a mistake of not waiting to see what he brought in, and we could have maybe had some extra damage there into his Vigoroth, but that's okay. We're gonna bring in Meganium here for a pretty hard stop to Vigoroth. That counter is doing neutral damage to me, but that Bulldoze won't be doing very effective damage. So there, I believe he should have used Body Slam, but it is what it is, guys. We're gonna fire off this Frenzy Plant here to feint his Vigoroth. We didn't want it to get another one off, and his last Pokemon is Golem, so this is just perfect for us, guys. We even have something in the back. We force his last shield there from Frenzy Plant, and we have Fortress in the back ready to go here. As you can see, that Bug Bite is tearing into that Alolan Golem there. We still have that shield to block the Wild Charge, and we're going to finish off this Alolan Golem with Heavy Slam. And yeah, that's a GG in game number 1, guys. So far, Vigoroth and Fortress is a very, very strong duo right there for this cup. They play along together very well. Although you definitely are going to have to watch out for like some of like the fighting types, but anything that has like the fighting type moves besides Vigoroth, Fortress can cover, because the only other fighting type moves in this cup are really Breloom. What else is there? There's Breloom, there's Heracross, but that Bug Bite will be doing very nice chunks of damage to both of those Pokemon. And yeah, I also found that things like Raikou in this cup are very strong. Sceptile is very good. Lantern is also a fantastic pick. There's lots of things in this cup to choose from, guys. So yeah, just pick whatever you want and whatever you can invest in, and yeah, try to work gotta work your way from there. But anyways, we're gonna open with our shiny Sceptile here. This was before we put 2 moves on a Sceptile. We actually had a shiny rank like 116 or something like that. We found in our Pokemon storage, but that's just fantastic. We're gonna let our Meganium go down there from that Heracross. We did a bunch of damage, and now we can pretty much farm this Heracross the rest of the way with this Breloom. So that is what we are going to do. And then he brings in his Noctowl, so that's instant swap out, guys. That's going to be 4 times super effective to my Breloom, and we switch into this Raikou, and then he switches into Fortress. So we hit that Fortress with that Wild Charge. Surprisingly, he lets it go through, so that is a ton of damage. We're gonna go for yet another Wild Charge, which obviously he's going to block because remember, guys, he has that Noctowl on the back, which means he can't allow this Raikou to get through. Otherwise, his Noctowl is a dead owl. So we're gonna force shield number 2 there, and we almost get to another Wild Charge, but unfortunately we don't. And unfortunately, we're nearly toast here. We're gonna have to block that Sky Attack, but this Dynamic Punch won't be enough. Although it's gonna come really close. Look at this, guys. Look how close that counter brought down that Noctowl. That thing survived with 1 HP. If we had a few extra hit points remaining, we could have potentially won that game. Or if we were a turn ahead, we could have won with a sliver of HP left. But that's okay, guys. These are all just preliminary battles. There's nothing really like set in stone for me just yet. As you're watching this, I do have a lot more Pokemon interested. I'm interested in, at least, like things like Cradily, things like Beedrill, that Manectric you see there. I actually used to use Manectric, guys, way back when PvP was first announced. I thought that Pokemon Manectric was like a hidden gem sort of thing. Because way back in the day, people used to like bring Whalmers into PvP, so Manectric would be a great counter to that. Yeah, I have a bunch of random stuff that have 2 moves. Kangaskhan is also a very interesting pick for this cup, but yeah. Anyways, getting into this third battle here, we open Beedrill, and he opens that Dunsparce. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. This cup has so many off-meta picks that can work. Like, you guys are gonna see how hard I get wrecked by this Dunsparce. It's so tanky, like it just eats those X-Scissors and Poison Jabs all day long. Being its normal type, it's super tanky, but you know, that bite takes a long time to charge up those rock slides. And at the time, I didn't even know what that Dunsparce had, so that's why I didn't block. But if I knew what it had, I would have blocked. But anyways, we bring in our Vigoroth to finish that off, and he brings in that Vespiquen. And this thing gave me trouble today, guys. I didn't really have anything to really counter it. Like, I didn't think of a counter for it at the time. But it seems like Vigoroth can handle it pretty well, seeing as how much those body slams are doing to it. We obviously don't have to block those X-Scissors because Vigoroth is a freaking beast, guys. And here... Oh, wait, never mind. I was going to say... We make a switch, but we actually let our Vigoroth go down. And this is where we bring in Cradily. And at the time, I thought Cradily would be a good matchup. Because I thought Vespiquen was like... was Bug Grass or something like that. So that's why I thought Infestation would be good. But look at that. Bulldoze essentially did nothing because it is a bug and flying type now that I'm realizing it. And yeah, we're pretty much screwed here. It took a long time to get rid of that thing, and his last Pokemon is Raichu, so this is actually good for us, but I don't think we have enough to get to that Bulldoze, and he's going to finish us off with a Brick Break, and that's going to hurt. So GG's and well played, Eloisa, in that game. Very good effort by me trying to make Cradily work in that scenario, but that was just... Vespiquen is just a wall, guys. Vespiquen is a wall to all the grass types, all the ground user moves. It's crazy. Like that bug flying gives it so many resistances to grass and ground. It's just unbelievable. It's really kind of scary, actually, but obviously it has checks like the flyers, Pidgeot, Noctowl. Those are very strong checks to it. But anyways, in this next match, we open Cradley and he opens his Dunsparce once again. This time we want to see how Cradley will do in the opener. Scenario. And he was going to hit me with Drill Run. So that, we surprisingly tanked that. But we couldn't get off another charge move, guys. Unfortunately. That really sucked. At the time, I thought Bulldoze would be a better option. But no, Grass Knot is definitely the better option. Because number one, I get Stab. And number two, it takes less energy. So, yeah, we learned from that mistake there. And we bring in Raikou. And he decides to bring in his Raichu. So, we are going to not block that, predicting it's going to be a Brick. So we're like, okay, that's perfectly fine. We're going to go for a Wild Charge here, and he decides to block. So good. We burn a shield somewhat early on. And here we're going to save some extra... Oh, wait, no. Actually, we're going to go straight for the Wild Charge. I thought we were going to save some extra energy there, but... Yeah, we were going to switch out there, but we just thought, like, there's no real point anymore. We know we can finish off this Raichu with a Frenzy Plant. All we need to really worry about is Wild Charge, and that's what he hits us with, and that's going to do a ton of damage. But we're going to overfarm a little bit, guys. So we get off that Frenzy Plant, boom, Raichu's dead, and that Vespi Queen comes back in. And look how much this Frenzy Plant will do, guys. Nothing. That's like a sixth of its HP. A sixth. If I were to guess, I'd say that's about a sixth. One Frenzy Plant from a Sceptile onto Vespi Queen does that little damage. That's like... That's mind-blowing to me, guys. Anyways, let's jump right into the next battle here. Alright, guys, jumping into this next battle against Eloisa 87. Or 89, my bad. I open Fortress here, and he opens Pidgeot. So, this is a decent matchup, but not really, because it's going to resist my Earthquake. Just like Mantine. But the good thing is that Heavy Slam is doing neutral damage, I believe. Based on that shield, it didn't go blue, so that means it's neutral. As you can see here, Heavy Slam is going to do a nice little chunk of damage, and we should be able to finish off this Pidgeot with just Bug Bite. We do. Good. And that was even shield, so we know in even shields, Fortress can in fact beat Pidgeot with one shields apiece at least. And that Meganium just ate my Heavy Slam. So now we are at a pretty big advantage here because we have this Venomoth, which was just a pick we decided to bring in. And we know Venomoth can easily eat those Frenzy Plants all day long from any of those grass types. It is a hard wall to the grass Pokemon. And his last Pokemon is Electrode. So another Rainbow Cup pick here that he liked to use. He actually did, guys. He used this on me a few times in Rainbow, but... Yeah, we're just going to let that faint there. We know we can finish this Electrode off with Vigoroth. We're going to obviously... We're not actually going to block that charge move because we wanted to see how much it would do. Vigoroth is a tank, guys. Like, I've never used Vigoroth before. Like, this is my first time ever using it. In general, in PvP. I never used it for Freestyle. I never used it for any other leagues. Like... It's a beast. Like, I'm surprised how good it is, actually. It totally makes sense to me now why it was such a strong pick for Worlds. But anyways, let's get into this next battle. Alright, guys, jumping into this next battle here, we're going to open with that shiny Sceptile Flex, and he's going to open Fortress. We have not gotten lucky with leads today so far, guys. That is an awful lead, so we have to switch immediately into Raichu. We decided to go for the Wild Charge there, and he doesn't block, so that's great. We sort of make up for that bad lead. We're gonna go for this Thunder Punch here, but he is gonna block, so that's very interesting. And this time we have Wigglytuff on our team, guys. This is all experiments. This is all experimentational. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. And yeah, I just want to test it out because Wigglytuff is very thick. He, she, whatever, is a very thick boy, but not very thick when it comes to taking wild charges. Dang, Raichu, you're a beast. But yeah, we knock him out, and his last Pokemon is Noctowl, guys. Oh my god, that's so unfortunate. He had two very hard counters to my grass type in this. He had Noctowl and he had Fortress. Two walls to Sceptile. So this is just an unfortunate match for us, honestly. This was just... This team selection was just the opposite of his. He just had the pure counter to my team selection here. But anyways, guys, let's get right into one of the final games. Alright guys, in this game we're going to open Lantern and he's going to open Alolan Executor. So very interesting pick here. Right off the bat we switch out to Fortress and you can just see. Look at that damage, guys. Look at that damage. Bug Bite. Absolutely eating into that Alolan Executor. And he decides to bring in Skuntank. That took him a while to switch there, and he eats the Earthquake. So right off the bat we already know this is just a fantastic spot for us to be in. We did 100 damage to that Alolan Executor, and we just fainted that Miltank. And his next Pokemon is Venomoth, guys. His team was just so weak to Fortress right here. This is why Fortress is so very deadly in this cup, guys. Like, as you saw, it just annihilated Miltank and annihilated Alolan Executor. It can annihilate any of the bug and grass types in this cup. That's a fact right there. As you can see, it takes out the Venomoth, and dude, that Fortress just almost swept his entire team. And then we have Vigoroth in the back just to be safe. We want to eat that Dragon Pulse just to test how much damage I would do, and it did a pretty good chunk. But man, Vigoroth is a tank, guys. He's thick. He's very thick. But anyways, let's get right into the final battle of today's video, guys. Alright guys, final battle coming at you right now. We open with Lantern and he opens Venomoth. So this matchup is pretty even, I'd say. Although as you can see, my Water Gun is definitely doing more damage than his Confusion is. We decided not to block that Silver Wind, and that maybe was probably our mistake here. I honestly really forget this matchup. I feel like I haven't run into this matchup very much, but the biggest takeaway from this is that we took away a shield, and we can basically deny this energy from being useful. But he gets the boost there, so I don't know if that's probably a worse thing for me. But anyways, he brings in his Raichu, and he got that Brick Break off instantly. Like, the moment he switched that out, I felt like he had that Brick Break. But here we're gonna go for the Heavy Slam Shield Bait, and let's see if we do it. We get the Shield Bait, so that's perfect. Now we're going to, I believe we block this. Yep, we blocked this Brick Break thinking we can get to another Earthquake, but instead we decided to switch out to Vigoroth, and we wanted to save this energy for something later on. And since we know Brick Break is going to be super effective, so we decided to block that first one. We didn't expect him to have a second one, so that was a bad shield on my end. But in the end here, it's going to work out because this last Pokemon is Alolan Executor, and we're going to just use 2 Body Slams and pretty much finish off this thing right here. So Body Slam is so overpowered on Vigoroth. It gets that stab, and Vigoroth's attack spread is, or well, IV spread is just so fantastic for the Great League. It really is. It's like perfection, guys. It deals so much damage, but can also take a lot of damage. And yeah, that wraps up the video for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed these jungle pup battles. Again, this was all very early testing. Take this with a grain of salt, but also remember that Vigoroth and Fortress are 2 of the main top main best picks for this meta, as far as I've seen from testing and from people posting on the Go Stadium Discord, which if you haven't joined, I highly believe you should join. Comment down below for the invite. I can send you an invite that'll expire in 24 hours, so you guys can grab that for yourselves if you'd like. And yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful and informative. I hope some of these battles helped you learn some of the matchups in this cup and how certain Pokemon do. So far, I'm liking this cup a lot, guys. This might be one of my favorites here, just because of the variety of Pokemon we get to use. And a lot of things that are new that we haven't used before in other cups. And yeah, that wraps it up for the video today, guys. If you found this enjoyable, please don't forget to smash that subscribe, smash the like, and leave a comment down below. Hashtag battlers for the win. I love each and every one of you guys who watch and support me as I try to grow my channel and become one of the well-known content creators here in the Pokemon Go PvP scene. I'm definitely trying my best to help make it grow alongside the other content creators, and I appreciate you guys for supporting me along this journey. So yeah, until next video, guys, I'll talk to you all later. Have a good one, and peace out.